Hello and welcome to the BC Provincial Legislature, where new compact fluorescent lights have been installed. The Campbell government, always trying to become more popular by jumping on board with these great green initiatives. But we're not here to bash the provincial government, nor even the federal government. We're here to celebrate the spirit of Christmas. And we begin with the story of a creepy Santa.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. And I'm telling you why. 'Cause Santa Claus is coming to town!
And now, the story of a creepy Santa of a different sort.
As everyone knows, Santa Claus lives here, way up north. And at this time of year, the North Pole gets a ton of mail. Proudly, Canada Post ensures each of the million Christmas letters it gets from children around the world every December is answered personally by volunteers it calls Santa's elves. Rosalind DaCosta's 2-year-old daughter got her letter back yesterday.
So my daughter sent me, I opened the envelope, and at first it was folded with this like this. Mm-hmm. So when I opened it, I did this, and I was like, oh, it's cute. And then I looked up, I looked down, I thought, my God, that's not right.
Right after the part that read, Love Santa, was a handwritten P.S.
It's signed Santa Claus. It says, P.S. This letter is too damn long, you dumb shit. Go screw yourself, fool. The second letter?
Santa's letter to her son was even worse. Canada Post is apoplectic.
We are working with the police to determine who might have responded to these letters on behalf of Santa Claus, and we are doing everything we can to ensure that it never happens again. Even
so, 14 such letters have been delivered to homes in Ottawa since Wednesday.
Mean one, Mr. Grinch.
This Grinch says Canada Post could be one of its many volunteers who answer the letters. But why would anyone do that?
May have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
We're going to use our forensic services in order to identify the suspect. It could be from fingerprints or letter writing or writing examination.
And Canada Post is now warning all parents in Ottawa to screen letters that come from Santa, leaving Rosalind DaCosta not exactly in the Christmas spirit.
Like, is there any good left anywhere?
An apology for Christmas from whomever did it is on her list now.
Alright, now we're going to join Duffman, who's got a story about how one heartless criminal tried to steal the spirit of Christmas. Duffman? Duffman? Ah, there you are. But what's that you've got in your hand?
What, you don't recognize it?
Well, happy Festivus!
I don't really celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Festivus.
A tribute to Frank Costanza.
Steve Thompson is a man filled with the Christmas spirit. He's spent countless of hours setting up his light display to raise groceries for the food bank. But overnight thieves decided it was better to receive than to give.
I heard a bang, and I looked out the bedroom window, and I could see someone bending over where the Santa was, and another guy here, and it's the guy that I got a good look at. And I snuck around to the door, opened the door out. When it came up to the porch, they both just booked it.
Thompson has spent thousands of dollars lighting up his East Vancouver neighborhood for the past 6 years. This is the second time Thompson's 30,000 light display has been hit by vandals, causing hundreds of dollars in damage.
But yeah, I was pretty shocked, especially when we just finished it. And I mean, we got a sign up that we put after we first got broken into, and it just says, you know what, the display's yours to enjoy, just do not damage or destroy.
Thompson's light display wasn't the only target. In their rush to leave, the thieves left behind some loot in his yard, Christmas lights that belonged to Thompson's neighbor.
And when the police came this morning, I came out with them and looked and went, those aren't mine. I saw him putting them up there.
Going to you?
Yeah.
So they wound up all the way down here. Some people stole them?
Yeah.
Oh.
You
got them back now?
Yeah, I got them.
Oh, good.
But Thompson isn't turning off the lights. He says he's inspired by the smiles of youngsters and the memory of one lady who had lost her father. Several years ago, the woman told Thompson his display gave her hope during a very difficult time.
She said, you know what, she goes, I was so upset my father passed away, and you know, when I drive by it just lights me up inside. And I mean, that's it. That's just one person does that, and that's basically, you do it. You know, it's for every 1,000 people that enjoy it, you know, maybe one person, I'm not going to let them ruin it.
Now, we all know about the Salvation Army guys who hang out in the malls and collect money for that great charity. And probably one of the most effective parts of their display is the bell that they ring to gather attention. But 3 heartless malls in Vancouver have refused to let the Salvation Army volunteers ring their bells.
For more than a century, volunteers have spent the weeks leading up to Christmas ringing bells in hopes of generating some much-needed cash for the Salvation Army.
Thank you.
Well, I think they're a Christmas tradition, and it always draws my attention, and I always donate to the Salvation Army at Christmas.
But that sound of goodwill has now been silenced at the Lougheed Mall. When Lee Parker reported for her shift at the Kettle on Tuesday, she was told there would be no bell ringing.
Yesterday, I had several people come up to me and ask me why I wasn't ringing the bells, and I said, well, there was complaints. And they were surprised by that. What do you mean complaints? And I said that there was complaints from people in the mall that didn't like the sound of them.
Nobody from Lougheed Mall wanted to go on camera today, but I was told over the phone by a spokesperson the mall did not ban the bells. Instead, they just wanted volunteers to use a little more discretion when ringing them. The Salvation Army then took the next step of taking the bells away altogether. It was just easier. Bottom line here, a bell ringer without a bell makes a lot less money for the charity.
Wherever we don't use the bells, the contributions are down considerably. In fact, in Vancouver proper by itself, we have 11 kettles, and the ones that aren't using the bells are down about $2,500 right now.
Province-wide, that works out to a reduction of more than $50,000 a year. Aside from Lougheed Mall, Oak Ridge Centre also has a no bell ringing policy, and several liquor stores don't want the noise inside their outlets either. It's a concern the Sally Ann is conscious of, and it tries to be as accommodating as possible.
It used to be the big handbell, and we've really brought them down to something this size, you know, I mean, what more can you say?
Let's face it, the bells are not exactly overpowering. In the busy food court at Brentwood Mall, the sound hardly carries above the din of hungry people.
It's like Merry Christmas, kind of. Yeah, I don't mind the bells at all.
Totally stupid. No, it's Christmas. The bells are Christmas.
You better watch out. This year, the Bah Humbug crowd is out to get the Salvation Army. Next year, who knows who could be a target.
Now, just a day after this report aired on Global BC, 2 of the 3 malls allowed the Salvation Army volunteers to ring their bells. A little bit of a Festivus miracle for you.
'Tis the season for great Christmas commercials. Here you go.
Sweet. Next year, all our troubles will be out of sight. You have reached your destination. I'm okay.
Found it. Staples Business Depot. That holiday was easy.
Ho, ho, ho. And what would you like for Christmas?
Remote control car, Goo Factory, Hot Wheels Super Set, Booze Attack, Figure, Spider-Man, Web Blaster, Tonka Dog, Truck Speed, Stack Set, Hockey Stick and Skates, and the Compound Lighter Saw.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
For the coolest toys, making Christmas sing starts at Canadian Tire.
PetSmart can help you surprise your pet with over 1,000 exclusive gifts starting at just $3.99. It's the perfect place to find the perfect gift he can't wait to open. PetSmart. Be better together.
Hello, I'm a Mac. And I'm a PC. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're in sleep mode. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so buy a PC and not a Mac this holiday season or any other time, for goodness sake. Oh, come on. Oh, what? What? I thought those were the lyrics. I mean, that's how I learned it.